thought I hit the play button. So me here thinking about this. Joe Biden knew who he was going to pick for vice president from day one. It all happened back in South Carolina when Kamala Harris was campaigning and gaining steam. She bit off a big chunk of the black vote in Carolina. It wasn't just Clyburn. It was Kamala Harris too. I believe Clyburn, Kamala Harris, and Joe Biden got together. And because Joe Biden had predominantly the older black vote, Kamala Harris probably had the middle age vote. None of them had the young black vote. I think they sealed the deal between the three. Kamala Harris will be his vice president if she give up her base of black people and throw it over to Joe Biden and endorse Joe Biden, which means she will give all her black support to Joe Biden. So now with the combined middle-aged black vote and the older black vote, not that much of the young black vote, Biden had the steam. I would never consider Kamala Harris as a black woman. That's just me. Like me or not, I don't, Roland Martin. She's half East Indian. Her mother was raised up in the upper echelon of Indian culture. Highly educated, smart Indian woman, and nothing wrong with that. She got her life lessons from her Indian grandfather. She grew up most of her life in Indian culture, not black culture. She never really spent a quality time with her black dad, who himself is not 100% black. He's biracial. He's another Obama. He's Scotch-Irish and Jamaican. Black Jamaican, black African Jamaican, and Scotch-Irish Jamaican. Which means Kamala Harris is only 25% black. The other 25% is Scotch-Irish. And the whole half of her is East Indian. So I would never consider her a black woman. I got more trust and more favor and more reliability on white boy Rick around the corner who will shoot you if you come out as black brother. Yeah, that white boy. Everybody know that white boy in their neighborhood that will man, he'll pull a bullet in your behind if you mess with his boy Tommy. I'd rather have more trust in Tommy on I mean, like the power thing, man. You know. I trust my boy, white boy Rick, who loves his black women. That's his personal thing. Who loves black culture, who loves his black neighborhood, and he one of the boys, and he will put a bullet in you if you mess with one of his black friends. I'd rather have my trust in that person than somebody who has never ever had a date with black reality. Matter of fact, she became the pusher of the black reality. What do you mean by that? She got on the end of the conservative black person running for office in the Democratic Party because it's just easier. Kamala Harris is just like Joe Biden, and just like Obama, who admitted that he would have been considered a Republican and 10 years ago. She is more. Just like Biden, she is more of a law and order president than anybody. She will make it hard for black people if she was a vice president. She'd do everything for everybody. She's trying to change the immigration laws to make it easier for people to come in this country and get things that original black people who came here from chattel slavery, she'll do anything for them, but not us. Remember that? I'm not just going to do anything just for black people. Nah. But you do everything for everybody else. But I'm not just going to do anything for black people. No. I don't even know why people would pose that question to her, because she ain't black. That's why I wasn't upset because Obama wouldn't do nothing for black people, especially those who asking for reparation and asking for true equality with white people. Why? Because he's not 100% American black. And when I say American black, I mean he may have been born in America. His mother is from America, but his mother is not an American black. And his daddy sure ain't American black. So why do you consider Obama American black? Why? Because he was born in America? I agree with that. Trump lying. He has a birth certificate. He was born in America. But just because you're born in America doesn't mean you're truly an American black. An American black came through this country through slavery. That's why even though I'm ADOS, names are important to me. I mean, American descendants of slaves. See, you got people who come in here to this country and they become an American citizen and they descended from slaves. Whether it's from Haiti, whether it's from Jamaica. Don't get me wrong, I'm ADOS. My family came from chattel slavery. That's who I am. But then I think about the name still gives a license to other people to try to take claim to our birthright. It's our birthright. It's our birthright. Our birthright to get the true equality that whites had from the foundations of this country because we helped build this. I can go further and say we built this and they just sat back and manage and collect money. But we built this. That's why everybody in the labor movement, white, black, it doesn't matter, need to be backing up at ADOS. Because you know what it's like to do all the work and don't get the profit. And back to Kamala Harris. She don't have black people interests at heart. She have no reason to. She make it seem like this to get your vote, to get you to side with her, because she know the black vote is important. That's why Joe Biden picked her. Joe Biden picked her because the black vote was important in South Carolina, and he need to find a way to get her support to come on with him to becoming one. Because if it wasn't, Bernie would have smoked him. Because if Kamala, why do you think Kamala Harris just dropped out of the race all of a sudden? Why? Because of money? Get out of here. No, she dropped out the race all of a sudden because there was a VP position open for her. And Joe Biden needed her voting base that she churned up in South Carolina because she got a lot. Don't you dare let them think. Because black people, if you put on a black face and say I'm black and you're running for office, black people are going to support you over the white guy. That's just the way it is. I don't care how long they've been knowing Joe Biden, black people is going to support. Black people is going to support Kamala Harris. At least the middle-aged blacks. And even some younger blacks. Especially black women. They would have supported her. And with her running, and Joe Biden running, and Bernie Sanders running, that black vote would have been split to the point that Bernie Sanders probably would have got that South Carolina thing. So that was by design. Her dropping out was by design. Her working with Clyburn was by design. And Joe Biden finally coming together and her endorsing Joe Biden was part of the plan. And as a result of that, she will be rewarded the VP position. And I'm here to tell you, what the hell that got to do with anything? You can be VP all you want. I'm still not voting for you, Joe. And I'm still not voting for Trump. And I hear my boy Tim. My boy Tim said, look, I'm in a safe state. I'm in a safe state in New York. But honestly speaking, my character would not allow me to go in a voting booth and check off for any racist, bigot, pathological liar with rape allegation. And I know America's going to hell in a handbasket. You know what I would do before I vote for any one of them sons of guns? If I had a choice, if they had a gun to me, and I get, my boy Tim say that's if I had to vote. I don't have to. And when he mean had to, that means you really, it's got to be a life, death. I believe he mean it got to be a life, death situation for me to vote for Biden. But let's get off Tim. I mean, Tim, my brother, that he's entitled to his own philosophy, and I feel him. That's my brother to the heart. But look, here's the deal. I'll take a bullet. I'm from the era of Malcolm X, the Ballad of the Bullet. You shoot me before I support either one of you sons of guns. I'm not supporting racists. Now, if you gave something to my community in exchange, I might could rock with you. But because neither one of y'all sons of guns are caring about my community and really doing anything to give them what they really need, they give you a demand and you blow it off. They give you a demand and you blow it off. You're not. I mean, I wouldn't vote for you. Now, if you heed to our demands, I may vote for you because we've been dealing with racist bastards all our lives. Trump ain't the newest racist on the block. He's just a. I still don't think this is his thing. He was good at his real estate. I had some of his books. And even though he may have been frauding people, he was still good at his real estate. he was good at name branding. I had Trump ties. I would take my prospects to Trump Towers and, you know, and try to do my business there at Trump Tower because the ambience was all that. But the moment he started running his mouth on Obama foolishly, I couldn't rock with him. Foolishly. Now, if he said the stuff he said that was true, it didn't bother me. But the whole point of this is, I would rather look at me. I would rather pack my bags and move to Canada before I vote for either one of these sons of gun. See, I can do that. I don't have any living children. I have no responsibility but myself. I'd rather put myself on a freaking bus and get off that bus and go live in Canada before I vote for either of these pathological lying, bigot, rapist, racists with rape allegation. Now, saying all that, yep, Kamala Harris will be the VP, I guarantee you. The only other possibility is Hillary Clinton. And older blacks love the Clintons. Younger blacks don't. So, one of those two. I really believe it's Harris. I believe Harris gave him the leverage to get the black vote. But unlike Roland Martin need to understand that now that Joe Biden got everything and nobody's really putting the fear of God of him losing this election in his heart, like I am, he have no means to give you anything. Power without demand concedes nothing. And right now, there is no demand, and you're not going to get no power. He looked like he may have an easy walk into this. But if Donald Trump go full left and he start offering what the people need in this crisis, and they come up with something to deal with COVID early, which they already do, and they mocking Trump for it. But once the peer studies come out and find out it's true, and people start saving people's lives, people start getting back to work, and people start getting the treatment that they need early, and we get back to the normal. Because I don't believe in this new normal thing. I never heard of that. I mean, everything will eventually turn normal. It will be normal. We'll get back to work. We'll get back to school because there are ways of treating this disease. And they already did the studies. You think the news reporters are going to tell you about these studies? They're only going to tell you about these studies if there's a benefit financially for them. If you're talking about old medications knocking this thing out, they can't profit off that, so they're not going to tell you that. So they're going to tell you, I need to look at data. I need to look at studies. And there's data and studies already out there. I need to look at it. Have you ever went to a person and say, yo, let me hold $1, and you give them $1. Man, let me hold $1. Fool, I just gave you $1. Man, let me hold your $1. Let me hold $1. Fool, I take my $1 back because you're an idiot. There's data already out there. They're not going to tell you about it. NYU Langone, Northwell Hospital, St. Francis, Eastern Medical College of Virginia, Zelenko Protocol. It's so many data. So get out of here with that data. I need to see some data. Anyway, let me get off this thing. I just want to get some things on my heart. I'm chilling, about to go out, have a little fun. Have a little fun tonight, so I'm resting up now. And yeah, Kamala Harris will be his VP. And if I miss that, guess who will be his VP if it's not Kamala Harris? Hillary Clinton. And that will be a death sentence to the Democratic Party. I will always stand on the position of you will never know who I will support and who I will back until they support and back me. You will never know that. I need to know how they did it, how they did it in the past, and how they're going to do in the future. If you're not supporting my culture and my people, I'm not supporting you. I don't care who you are. I don't do the lesser of two evils, Christian people. So for all you Christians out there that claim to be godly, God told you to resist evil. Come against evil, not pick the lesser two. What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with you? Anyway, Robert Brown, man, with a Rob Report on the go. I predict to you, Kamala Harris will be his VP. And I'm letting you know, they knew since day one. And the signals was way back when she dropped out. After Tulsi Gabbard whooped her behind, she ain't want none of that smoke. So she had every reason to drop out then. She had every. You ever gotten a fight and you need to find a way to get out the fight yet save face? You know, I forgot what they call it in wrestling. You're looking for a way out. That was her way out. Now she don't have to run. She don't have to waste money or anything because she's gonna ride the coattail of Obama Harris ticket. And black folks that's Democrats gonna be excited. I can see my friends now being excited. And I don't know why you're being excited. Real black people who study the history know Kamala is not black. Well, you know, she's 25% black. She don't identify with black culture just because she went to Howard. White people go to Howard. And just because her skin look like ours. And her name is Kamala, not Kamala. See, I thought it was Kamala Harris. See, that's an African name like the great Kamala, the wrestler. No, it's Kamala. It's Kamala. It means flower, lotus flower. Kamala. That's not black. I mean, it is. You could be black and have that name, but you know that's not African. So again, you can put her all up in my face all you want. I ain't buying it. I'm not buying Joe Biden, and I'm definitely not buying a Trump Pence ticket. You got to pick somebody. Who told you I had to pick somebody? I ain't got to do a goddamn thing, and I won't. Well, your people fought for freedom. You know, John Lewis. Don't even mention John Lewis in my face. John Lewis was too scared to fight for equal rights. He fought for civil rights. It's not the same. He decided he wanted to be an inside, work from the inside. How far do you get doing that? You get more done on the outside than the inside. I'm not knocking him, thank him for his service, you know. But John Lewis, a politician, wasn't crap. Didn't do jack for black people all those 20, 30, 40, 50 years he been in office. Nothing, not a thing that really mattered, especially for native blacks, the ones that were brought here through slavery. Ain't did nothing. So no, yeah, my people work hard to get voting rights, but that don't mean it's right for me to vote right now. I do vote, but I'm not eating doo-doo. I don't care if it's a half a bowl or a full bowl. I don't eat doo-doo. And I don't play with evil, period. I resist it, lesser or greater. I resist it. so you won't catch me voting for you. And you can get mad all you want. Oh, I need your vote. You don't need my vote. It's my vote. You got your own. Do whatever you want with your vote. Kamala Harris. will be with Joe Biden BP. And everybody think that's going to be a good thing. Look, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the optics, and don't be fooled by the polling numbers. Trump go left and start doing things that we know Kamala Harris and Joe Biden won't do, and they're going to be upset when they start doing it. If you start getting people $2,000 a month, if he keep the unemployment extension, whatever, if he frees rent across the board for renters, and if him and his task force, what they call a warp speed, if they find a way to manage people properly and bypass these idiots who just going to try to shame whatever he do, he may make a comeback. Now, will I be involved with it? No, because like I said, I don't vote for pathological lying, bigot, racist, rapists. Not at all, and not will I ever. You can have a gun to my head. I still ain't voting for neither one of them, mother. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.